If you are in the process of going out on your own and you're currently working for someone, here are 5 good reasons why you want to leave on good terms. Number 5, reference. When you leave your last job, you want to be able to refer back to them for whatever reason, whether it be because you're starting your business and you want your prior employer to be able to speak highly of you, or if you decide after going out on your own you want to go back into the workplace, you want to make sure that you can rely on that employer as a source of a good referral for you, or a reference for you, so this way that they can provide positive feedback from the time that you were there. Keep in mind this. No one is saying that because you're going out on your own, you're going to have to eventually go back to your prior employer. But what you want to do is allow yourself the luxury of knowing that if you need to rely on them as a reference, you can have them as someone you can turn to. Number 4, coworkers. Whether you believe it or not, your coworkers are going to watch how you do things. If you're getting ready to leave and to go out on your own and you decide to go out in a blaze of glory, even though they are your coworkers, they know you, they've worked with you, they're going to look at how you transitioned out as a possible reflection as to what you may be like when you have your own thing. So even if you're leaving a job that you didn't have a warm and fuzzy about, make sure you remember that there are people who you used to work with who may send you business in the future who are going to pay very close attention to how you transitioned out. Number 3, referrals. Depending on what type of business that you're doing, your prior employer may be a great source of referrals for you. The reason why I say that is because if you find yourself in a situation where maybe you're doing something very similar to what you were doing before, having your prior employer as somebody to send you business may be a great resource. So again, if you're leaving on good terms, don't be surprised if they decide to send you some business your way. This may be a great resource for you to get new business. Number 2, resources. If you find yourself going out on your own, depending on the relationship that you have with your prior employer may allow you to take advantage of some of the services some of the resources that they have in order to kind of help you as you're getting started. I know it may sound kind of weird to go back to your employer, especially if you think you're finding yourself being a competitor in some kind of way. But don't ever discount the fact that if you have a good relationship with your employer as you leave, it may open the door for them to allow you to take advantage of some resources you may not readily have that they may have that they can let you utilize. Number 1, return to employment. I really want you to succeed. Trust me when I tell you that. But the reality is that sometimes you may have to pivot. That pivot may mean you may need to go back into the employment arena and then come back out a later time. Well, guess what? If you left on good terms, you never know, if they haven't filled their spot, it may be possible for you to transition back into the employment arrangement. But keep those doors open, because guess what? Things happen and you have to make decisions that on a dime. So you want to make sure you keep as many options open as possible. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I hope this was enjoyable to you. Make sure you take the opportunity to subscribe. I want to make sure that you are having the best experience that you can possibly have.